Welcome to Chemistry with Beck. I'm Beck and we're about to do some chemistry. So the first thing you need to do when deciding to do a bit of DIY chemistry is probably choose your appropriate outfit. Safety first. That is my assistant Brittany. He will be purely observing today. That's a bit better. So, the chemistry experiment we'll be doing today is making crystals. I'm going to try and make really big ones. So the first thing I did was jump on Google, find out exactly what's the dealio. How do we make crystals? One of the main ingredients they said was we need borax. Borax you can find actually in Coles or Woolies in the laundry detergent aisle. This is 99.9% borax. So this is what we're going to be using today. We also need a bit of food colouring to make our crystals beautiful. So I've got a bit of pink and a bit of blue. I'm going to make some purple crystals, or at least try to. And we need water. Here's some I prepared earlier. So, the only thing we need now is something to grow the crystals in. So as you will have seen on my page earlier, I've actually pre-prepared. I've got some jam jars, which are resistant to heat. And I've got my pipe cleaners, which the solution's going to grow crystals on. So what I'm going to test is, how does temperature affect the growth of the crystals? Obviously we want big ones. So we're going to see what works best to grow them. I read somewhere that the slower it cools down, the larger the crystals. So we're going to test that theory. One, we're going to insulate, wrap it up, make sure it stays warm and cools down really slowly. And one we're just going to leave on the bench. See how it goes, alright? So, first thing we need to do, boil some water. Right, this is going to take a little while, so I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so as you can see, our water is starting to boil. So, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of food colouring in. Now, the great thing about this is the crystals don't actually take a lot of the food colouring, so it doesn't matter how much you put in, it doesn't matter how dark it gets, alright? So, I'm going to add in a little bit of blue. Beautiful. And a little bit of pink. Beautiful. Now, as you can see, my solution is very dark. It's very, very dark. So, that's not a problem. Don't even worry about it. But you do need to keep an eye on it because as you mix in your borax, which is what we're going to do next, we need to make sure it is dissolved in, alright? So, as per the instructions, it says to keep mixing it in until it doesn't dissolve anymore. So, let's open this up and get some borax in. And we're going to mix in maybe a tablespoon at a time until it's completely dissolved. While you're sitting here stirring in your borax, you can be thinking about all the different ways that you can insulate your container, if that indeed does work. You can also think about all the different shapes you can make with your pipe cleaners and see how that is going to affect our shape of our crystal. I'm going to keep on stirring this, keep on adding in more borax, and I'll come back to you when it's ready. Okay, so what I've done is I've mixed in as much borax as I can. I've got the colour I want, and I've stirred it until it will no longer dissolve, and then I've stopped adding the borax. So now the next thing to do is to transfer it into your jars. Now this is really hot, so we have to be careful. I would suggest maybe asking an adult to help you if you are younger than, say, 13. Maybe older as well. Just check with your parents, make sure it's safe, alright? So I'm going to turn the heat off. We're done with the borax, put that to the side. We're going to transfer it into our jars. Alrighty, and now I'm placing the apparatus I'm going to grow my crystals on. Dunk it a little bit, make sure it sinks. Same with that one. And now, with one of them, I'm going to place a little bit of cardboard on top. And I'm going to wrap around it a tea towel. I'm hoping that this is going to hold in the heat. Make sure it's hanging in the centre. Trap as much heat as we can in there. You may need some help with this section since I'm doing so well on mine. Let's just trim that. Oh, here's what I prepared earlier. Beautiful. Alright, the only thing left to do is to clean up and wait to see how our crystals grow. So I suggest you leave these for at least 8 hours so you can at least have a look at them. And then after 8 hours, have a look at them, see how they're going. If they're not going so well, we can then wait overnight and see a look at them the next morning. Alright, we shall see if it works.